All right. Hello, this is Jordy, along with my commentator Ro.
Hello, I'm not Geordie.
Thank you. And this is Sonic 1 as Tales on Sonic Origins. Right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Take it away, Ro.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sonic Origins, or shall we call it Tails' Origins? Dun dun dun, dramatic music. Wait for the pause. Thank you. We play as the best boy Tails, as you might have noticed. He is an orange twin-tailed fox, for those of you who don't know him, with the twin tails allowing him to fly, which we will see quite a lot later on. But for those of you who know the game or don't know the game, this is the Green Hill Zone Act 1. It is one of the most commonly known zones in the Sonic games because it gets repurposed quite a lot. Many people complain about it. I kind of like it. Just gives me always a nice sense of nostalgia. How do you feel about Green Hill Zone?
It flows all right.
Yeah. If it's done well and not just, oh, look, it's Green Hill Zone for the sake of Green Hill Zone, then yeah, I like it. Like in some other games. But regardless, we are already moving through the first level in the sense of we are done with it. Green Hill 2 is a prime example of something that differs in Sonic games, because normally we either try to stick to top route, because that's normally the fastest. Sonic games tend to have a top, middle, and bottom route. Here, we don't stick to top right away, because we try to go down underneath the bridge to grab the speed shoes, which allows us to go super freaking fast. And the level's already done. You will notice very quickly that in the early game of the initial Sonic game, the levels are relatively short if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I also already noticed the game is timed in IGT for the speedrun, right?
Not on Sonic Origins. It's RTA minus time bonus.
Oh, interesting. Because I saw the timer stopping, I was like, ah. Good. I personally haven't speedrun this version of the game. I speedrun Sonic 1 Forever, which is a fan remake of this game, which has some other tweaks about it. But Origins is the game that Sega brought out a few years back. I need to look up the...
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
2 years? Really?
Yeah.
And time flies. And we're already at the first boss. What Johnny did there was grabbing the invincibility, which allows us to just be inside Eggman's hitbox now. Showing off that Tails is the superior character, because while Sonic will need to jump and then position and then jump again, or Knuckles needs to try harder with jumping because he can't jump, Tails is just, yeah, I'm inside you. Prepare to die. But as is custom of Sonic games, this was enough fun times, and oh, cool, we enjoyed, Green Hill Zone was nice, and an easy boss with like some water in the background. Like, this is a pleasant intro stage, I have to admit. Green Hill is a pleasant intro stage. And now, for everyone to lose their marbles, because we're in Marble Zone. For speedrunners, it's less of a pain. For casual players, it's an absolute pain.
It makes you lose your marbles.
Yeah. Get it. The only thing is now we have the, I thought you were going to get squished there. We have the elemental shields, which were not present in the original Sonic game. They give us some properties, to say the least. The flame shield, for example, protects us from fire damage, so technically we are now able to run on lava. Yay! It is quite useful. There is also the lightning shield and the Bublé shield, if I remember correctly, which give us... Yes, the Michael Bublé shield, which give us other properties, like breathing underwater and being magnetized to rings, or rather, rings being magnetized to us.
And being able to sing.
I mean, I won't try. Or to be fair, there have been quite some, actually pretty good AI covers on YouTube from various songs with the Sonic characters.
Oh my god.
Do you think they had to wear the bubble shield for that?
I'm kind of hoping so now. I know there's... sorry, cut it on.
No, it's good. Go ahead.
There's covers of songs sung in Toad from Mario, and I love them.
Yes, I've heard some of them as well.
Right, Marble 2.
Interesting on the ears. Marble 2, a level which really shows off how great Tails' ability to fly is, because there will be, the slow platforming sections, or you could damage boost through them if you want. Because we have spin dashes now as well, because the original Sonic game didn't have spin dashes. To go a little bit into the differences, we can play as 4 characters. We can play as Sonic, of course, the original. We can play as Tails, Knuckles, and Amy as well in Sonic Origins, which all have their unique little movesets. And I think one of the neatest additions, because that has become such a staple in the Sonic franchise, is the ability to spin dash. What that means is we stand on the spot, we crouch or duck or whatever you want to call it. Duck. And when we then spam the jump button, the character goes into a little ball animation, charges up, and if we unleash the charge up, it just shoots us all the way to right or left, depending which way we're facing. Which is a neat little way to grab a lot of speed. This shortcut up here is amazing, because I don't think Sonic can access that. It's Tails and Knuckles only. Can Amy get up there? I don't know if Amy can get up there.
I don't think so.
But it's a neat little way to like circumvent all the little platforming in the underground areas and the blah. Like this bonus character only route, let's call it, is such a neat little addition. Because it makes the level a little bit more unique, and I think the reason they did that is because all the underground section would have just been way too boring for the other characters. And yeah, Marble 3, yet again, a prime example of Tails' flight ability to just fly in a specific position. The problem is, if you try to fly too high, we do get hit by Eggman's hitbox Robotnik. So we need to have a certain elevation level with Tails to get all the hits in neatly. And now we go to my favorite level in this game, the Spring Yard. Yay!
This is your favorite level.
I like Spring Yard. I mean, like, Spring Yard as a whole, not just one.
Yeah.
But the first one, mostly because of the music. I really, really love Spring Yard music. And this is the first skip in the game. We grabbed the speed shoes, we used the ramp to gain enough momentum to land on top of the pillar section, I guess you could call it. And just use Tails' flight ability and the speed shoes to fly all the way across the level. No enemies, no platforming, no nothing, just skip the entire thing. It is important that we drop at the right moment, as you saw, so we can hit the button and then just spin dash straight to the, let's call it spinny board now. We established this board on. It's a spinny board.
The spinny board.
Signpost. Where's the fun in that? Spring Yard 2 we won't be as fortunate as in Spring Yard 1, but there's still many ways where Tails just has an easier time. Many people complain that, oh, Tails is boring! Oh, you mean he's, like, relaxed and easy? Because, you know, what do people get annoyed with the most in Sonic games? The platforming and the spikes and the blah, and then I got squished and I have to go brr. And Tails like, I'm just flying. I feel like for anyone who wishes to learn Sonic speedruns, maybe start off as Tails. Just because A, he's the best, but we all love Tails. You can't get better than Tails. And just makes your life easier.
So true.
But you run various characters, don't you? Not just the best boy.
Yeah, I basically run all characters.
And who's your favorite?
Tails.
Good answer. No, I haven't threatened Jordy before stream to say that as a reply.
Don't look at the
That's
logs.
Jordy's honest opinion. Isn't that right, Jordy?
Yeah.
Good. Anyways, Spring Yard 3. As you have maybe noticed at this point, the third level is always the one that includes the boss fight. So the way that works is every act has 3 levels. So, example, Green Hill 1, 2, 3, Marble 1, 2, 3, and now Spring Yard 1, 2, 3. We're going Tony Hawk mode in the half pipe to gain a lot of momentum to get all the way up to the above area. We're like off screen right now and fly all the way to the right. To ideally, I have a little bit of a stream delay, I must admit.
That's alright.
Yep, skip the boss entirely. Nice.
It's the only
That's
boss
what I
skip
like to
in
say.
this game.
And is this Tails only, or can the other characters do it as well?
That's a good question. I think it might be Tails only.
As it should be, for he is the superior character. I think this level, or like this next set of levels, is the one that was the biggest roadblock for many Sonic players in their early years, which is Labyrinth Zone. It is the level that introduces water to the entire thing, which means we are, well, underwater. And as we are living beings that need to breathe, eventually we run out of air. We get a timer above our head, counting down from 5 to 0. And a very stimulating and relaxing musical tone with it. once the timer reaches 0, the character drowns, which is unpleasant because we want to, you know, not drown and go fast and finish the level, which Jordi just did. Congrats to you.
Thank you.
We can, of course, regain air if we manage to go above water. There are some bubbles that appear underwater, which we can just suck out, I guess, to then like just and have air in our lungs again. And since this is Origins, we get drill friends, but also the Buble shield we mentioned earlier, which gives us infinite air underwater. So if we have a Buble shield, there is just nothing to worry about, unless you lose the shield. Platforming underwater is a bit more difficult. As you might have probably noticed, the characters move and gain momentum a bit more, it's called sluggish underwater. Like there's a bit of draft and blah. Like for those of you who have ever been swimming, it's like that. They have a bit more resistance to you. It's a nice little downward section where you need to hit the buttons. My brain was like, wait, how did the spike ball not hit you? Oh yeah, you're invincible. Tails just doesn't sparkle by nature.
I know, it's a shame.
He sparkles in our hearts. And that's the countdown. It's very relaxing music, isn't it?
After a while, it gets relaxing.
A bit too relaxing, one might say.
Yeah.
Coming up next is Labyrinth 3, which this, I think, is the biggest roadblock for early life Sonic players and or, when we all were kids and played these games for the first times. If you don't jump out on the right section here right now, this waterfall slide, which I think would be super fun IRL, maybe, except for the, breaking of your tailbone, it loops indefinitely. So you could just sit there and just wee to the left and wee to the right until the timer runs out. Or the universe implodes. Whatever happens first. As we said, Act 3 always has the boss fight, but I think what is a neat thing is that it doesn't just chuck you in there, but it gives you a little bit of a level to play with before. However, this level in particular, tricky. Because why is this such a difficult boss fight? Because it's technically not a fight itself. The goal is not to defeat Eggman, but rather to outpace him in this vertical race. Vertical, horizontal, vertical. I keep mixing those up. So we go up through this tube. Where's Eggman? And there he is. Hello. And we try to outpace him. Either we manage to go above him or we just follow him up until the end. We don't have to hit him, we don't have to defeat him, we just have to survive.
Yep.
I thought you were getting burnt there. Prime example, we just ignore Adam and be like, okay, yeah, you do you. We just grab the animal pot. And we move on to the next levels, which have...
My favorite zone.
Oh, that's your favorite? Neat. Oh, that's a nice and chill theme song, in my opinion. Oh, I don't know if you have the option in this game, but in Sonic 1 Forever, we have the option to turn on the UFOs that were meant to be in the game.
UFOs?
Yeah. Was the Sonic 2? Can't remember. Anyways, another level which shows off that, this has great design, in my opinion, with, apologies, the ramps and whatnot. Also, this is, I think, the only level where you see two spinny boards at the end.
Yeah.
Because you can finish the level up there or beneath. I think Sega realized that it might be a bit too convoluted to get from one path to the other, so let's just get, two goals. Saving grace. Starlight as a whole, or do you have, a specific act where you say, that's your number one favorite?
Starlight as a whole. Music is so lovely. We didn't make it.
Oh, there was not enough momentum. So the idea is what we're trying to do. We try to use those ramps to gain enough speed to jump on top of the ceiling again, which then would allow us to circumvent the rest of the level like we did in Spring Yard, so we just fly above everything. But that's still okay, because Starlight is surprisingly short considering how quote-unquote late it is in the game. especially for Tails. But don't worry, we still have another flight ceiling skip. I don't know what we call them officially.
I think that was our last one.
Really?
Yeah, there's only 3.
Because I think in Starlight 3 we can also do that in Sonic 1 Forever.
Oh, can you?
Because I do actively remember like dropping onto the boss from above. But I think that's just a routing difference. But now that I look at this, I think going through the level normally might be faster.
Yeah,
but it's more fun! Same strat as always, we, if possible, try to grab invincibility and then just fly within Eggman's hitbox, just getting all the hits in pop, 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 one after another. I always wonder with like the animals that come out of the capsules, like, I don't think this is their natural habitat. Like, the birds can just fly away, I get that, but what about the little pigs that came out? Are they just doomed to live in a futuristic area, city thing? Scrap brain zone! Let's scrap our brains of trying to think of what happened to the animals. It is the final rush towards Eggman. What does that mean? It means this level, like, pikes up a lot in difficulty. We have platforms that appear and disappear. We have more spiky enemies. The routing's a bit confusing. It's a bit more like labyrinth-esque. There are a lot more hazards scattered around, and many, many, many easier ways to either get lost and or, you know, smacked in the shin. But being the amazing runner that Georgie is, we are already through act number 1. Also, F for Tails, because he has passed. It may just be Act 1, but Tails has passed. On to Act 2, of course, which means we start straight away with flying. As I mentioned earlier, like, this is the reason why I personally love Tails so much. All the annoying platforming you can just circumvent with flight. And yes, Knuckles can glide, which is also amazing, and we like Knuckles, and he's cool, and he's that uncle and whatnot. But if I have the choice between slowly descending vertically while gliding through the winds, or just I fly whatever the heck I want, I think I'll take the latter.
I agree.
Also, I think Tails' IQ is at least twice as high as Knuckles' but I don't want to smash the red uncle anyway. I like Tails, he's the best. Now, Scrap Brain 2 has a cool unique thing at the end, so we get through the side bosses. Yeah, level is done, that's awesome. But there's more. So instead of just, you know, having a screen transition, it's like, oh, screen goes black, we go to the next level.
Oh.
Like, what?
We're doing the whole level again.
Cool. Oh, you did the Greemy. So if we are spin dashing fast enough at the screen transition, so the idea is what I tried to explain is that there's a nice little cutscene where you like move to the right, you get locked into a little room with Eggman, and then he pushes a button to let you drop, or you have to drop down from the floor that crumbles beneath you. If we spin dash fast enough, we can get to the side where Eggman is. But a little bit of confusion, Eggman does have an active hitbox. And since we finished the level, we don't have any rings, so once we touch him, it's like, boom, dead. Other problem is, as you might have noticed as we go throughout this level, there is no checkpoint. So if
we have rings this time.
We have safety rings. Fingers do be crossed. Eggman, we're coming for you. How do you like your eggs?
Don't like eggs.
What? Thank you for having me. It was a wonderful time.
Well, we didn't get to press the button. Eggman pressed the button.
Also, the whole idea is that you can just circumvent Eggman and press the button yourself. Oh, this is important. Spring out. Scrap Brain 3. If you push that button, that bridge moves downwards and locks you out of this path that we are on right now. So you have to move fast, you have to calm down. The purple water looks very beautiful. I kind of keep forgetting how nice the purple shading is. Which makes this level incredibly short. Because we're already at the end. No spinny board, we just go up and we're at the final zone fighting the final boss. Is there the RNG minute in this game?
I don't know, honestly.
So in the original game, there was a way where we can manipulate the RNG in this boss fight, where Eggman would always come out of the same pillars in the same order. We do not have this in Origins, apparently. We also do not have this in Sonic 1 Forever. The idea is that Eggman comes out of one of those 4 pillars. There are always 2 coming down or up. And it's incredibly difficult. You have to react very fast. You have to dodge the lightning balls. You do not have any rings, which is bad for the lightning bolts. You don't have a body that can withstand G-forces that are too high to squish you. So it needs a lot of fast thinking reaction time. There are pause strats and whatnot that one can utilize, but that doesn't help too much in this boss fight, I've learned. Just you gotta position yourself somewhat in the middle and then hope for the best with your movement. We need to hit him. Was it 8 or 12 times? 8 times. Also, for those of you who have never seen it, look at the background with the like 2 purple squares and like the red dot underneath and the little like grid. That's Jürgen. That's a face. Congrats, you will never unsee him.
I always see it as a face.
Yep. We love Jürgen. Shoutouts to Jürgen.
Alright.
And they're also done.
I think that's the worst I've ever done.
I thought you were dead. Spin dashing off the thing.
Time.
Nice. GG's.
Thank you.
That was Sonic Origins Sonic 1 Tails. Well done. Congrats. I applause.
Thank you for the applause.